that's what we, up to this point, you have this guy, right? You have prepared this, double notch up, single notch down, and this piece, right? So it's 22, 23, 24. So now what we're going to do, before also check, you need to make sure you overlock this edge, okay? The shorter one on the wrong side, overlock that. And now what you're ready to do, you're ready to put this right sides together, like that. And this one will get trimmed, right? This little piping piece, that will get trimmed when you are stitching it together. So you are going to be stitching through three layers in here, okay? And you're going to stitch, there's a notch, 1/2 inch seam allowance notch, right? So 1/2 inch seam allowance, overlock, and when you're overlocking, this will actually get trimmed when you're overlocking, right? Unless you just want to trim it. Overlock, and then bring this, go to the right side, press seam towards the pocket so we don't see the seam allowance through the mesh, okay? Press and then top stitch, single top stitch, okay? And then you're going to do exact identical thing for this side. Put them right sides together, put them, and then 1/2 inch stitch, turn to the right side, press, overlock, press, and top stitch, single top stitch, okay? So you have them, so you assembled your pocket, and after that, we're going to this step. This will remain raw, like that, but this side, and this side, you will press to fold under. First, we fold under the top and bottom, and then the side, okay? So you will press this 1/2 inch under, you will press this 1/2 inch under, and then you will press this left side 1/2 inch under. And then you will take your pant, the one with the yoke. You have 2 notches right in here, 2 notches. You will align your folded edges with the 2 notches perfectly like that, raw edge with raw edge. And you are going to double top stitch just like this. You will do the edge stitching around and then top stitch, right? So you will do the edge stitch all around and then quarter away top stitch, okay?
Not on this side though, right?
No, not on this side. This side is going to be cut into the seam, and then you're going to do that, but we will do this after that, okay? We will talk about this, so it's not too overwhelming for you, okay? So let's just put it in here, that's it. Nice to you join the class. Okay, so now we have the step. So now you're going to do the fancy part, the opposing curves. So first of all, remember the opposing curves when we have a princess or what have you. Think about this. We're going to put this together with this. You see how awkward it is to go around? So what do we do for this case?
Don't we just do the same thing we did with the edges of the
I
other
love this, right? So what are you doing here? You're going to put a stay stitch in here, right? On the big curve, like maybe like between these curves, and then clip into the stay stitching. But I recommend, because think about this, when you're going to do clipping, what are you going to do? You're going to lose your notches here, right? Either do your clipping on an angle, okay? Or kind of mark these 2 guys before you start clipping, okay? So you don't lose your real stuff, okay? And after you do that, you will take this and match up your 2 notches, right? 1 notch is here and the other one's here. And this will be able to open up because you have stay stitch with clipping in there, okay? You will have it like this, pin around, and obviously you will match up with the edge here and edge there, and you will stitch 1/2 inch seam allowance, overlock, press towards the pocket. Do you mind? I'll just grab this for a second. Press towards the pocket. You see how it's pressed towards the pocket, and then top stitch. Okay, since this is a very small step, let's begin the next step, crotch. If you don't mind, I'll just grab this for a second. Okay, we're going to step number 44. We're going to take your piece number 9. Number 9 is your fly for the left side. And you will take your left front. This is your left front, right? And you're going to put right sides together. You see we have a notch in here, and we have the zipper notch in here. Put them right sides together. And you're going to stitch, just like we did last semester, we did something. 1/2 inch parallel. Then when you come to the notch, you will taper to a quarter right away. Okay, so you will go 1/2 inch to the notch and then like taper right away to a quarter. Okay, and then take your two pieces number 8, put them right sides together, and you're going to stitch your big J. You're going to stitch your big J 1/4 of an inch seam allowance, turn right side out, and press obviously, and top stitch your big J. This is a top stitch, and then you're going to take your right front. This is your right front, and you will take your big J. When it's stitched, you're going to place it to the right side of your pant. Do the same stitching, 1/2 inch from the notch to the notch, 1/2 inch, and then right away taper to a quarter. So it's going to be exactly what you see in here. You see how you go stitch to the notch, and then right at the notch it goes tapers to a quarter. Okay, so let's put our 2 crotch pieces together. Thank you guys. Absolutely.